A grieving relative was driven to suicide by David Fuller's sickening campaign of morgue abuse. The death means at least 3 people have lost their lives from his crime spree, in which he murdered 2 young women before defiling bodies at 2 hospitals where he worked. The 67-year-old necrophiliac, dubbed the Morgue Monster, was jailed for life in December and will never be released. Now a whistleblower has revealed a family member of one of the 100-plus dead women and girls he abused has taken their own life. Insiders have also told how bosses were urged to install CCTV in the mortuary a year before Fuller was caught, but the request was refused due to costs. Caroline Pierce was strangled, Image, PA. And some of the sexual assaults were committed before a postmortem, meaning signs were missed by pathologists. Ministers have launched an independent inquiry led by former Health Chief Sir Jonathan Michael. But relatives of the victims have started legal proceedings to force a full-scale public inquiry. Ben Davey, who represents dozens of them, said, "It is a national scandal Fuller was able to commit these offenses over such a long period of time. Offenses of such magnitude warrant a full and unflinching inquiry, which this inquiry is not." Wendy Knell was murdered, Image, PA. "We need to fully examine the facts without being concerned about saving embarrassment to those that failed to put in place the proper checks on Fuller. The monster got away with abusing corpses for 12 years, and Mr. Davey pointed out that he might never have been caught if he had not been nailed for 2 unsolved sex. Fuller strangled and sexually assaulted Wendy Knell, 25, and Caroline Pierce, 20, in Tunbridge Wells, Kent, in 1987, the so-called bedsit murders. After a DNA breakthrough in 2020, cops raided his home in Heathfield, East Sussex, and found hard drives with more than 14 million images of distressing sexual offenses. They included pictures of him abusing corpses in hospitals where he was an electrician. What crimes have been reported in your neighborhood? Check within your area. These included a 9-year-old girl, 2 16-year-olds and a woman aged 100. The married dad of 4 worked at Kent and Sussex Hospital, Tunbridge Wells, from 1989, then moved to Tunbridge Wells Hospital in 2010. The Department of Health said, "We are taking action to ensure nothing like this ever happens again. We believe this non-statutory inquiry will help us understand as quickly as possible how these offenses took place without detection, identify any areas where early action is necessary, and consider wider issues." Maidstone and Tunbridge Wells NHS Trust said, "The Trust continues to support the families affected by Fuller's appalling crimes and cooperate fully with the independent inquiry." Read more. Morgue monster David Fuller who abused corpses to face more charges over victims. Read more. Morgue monster loophole leaves patients in danger in appalling example of outsourcing.